Hey, what's up, Liron here. Thank you for joining me in this video. This one's going to be a fairly straightforward kind of face-to-face discussion between the two of us. I want to address an issue I've been asked about a lot in the last couple of weeks, usually asked by younger people actually, which makes sense. A lot of people have this question around how can I become an artist? How do I start my artistic journey? It seems like people put some level of importance on the actual term artist, and many perhaps hesitate to call themselves artists, or many connect different connotations that may or may not be as relevant to the word artist. And in general, just it seems to be the case that a lot of people are overthinking this, which is why I want to make this video and address some of these questions. So I'm gonna go with the very simple answer. I actually sent an email about this, I believe yesterday, and that is, an artist is a person who creates art. That's all there is to it. So if you're a person who creates art, you're an artist. You can feel free to call yourself an artist. I will add one component initially, and that is consistency. If you work at plumbing twice a year, are you a plumber? Well, I don't know. That's a question. So I think there is a matter of consistency. Do you, if you're if you're a teacher but you only teach one day a year, are you a teacher? I don't know. So if you're looking at being, and obviously this is a highly theoretical, but if you create consistently, then you can call yourself an artist. That's my opinion. You can do whatever you want. Call yourself an artist if you want to. That's not really the point. The point is, if you're a person who makes art consistently, in brackets, you're an artist. Okay, that's all there is to it. But here's the thing. I just want to first address that initial worry of, am I an artist? Can I call myself an artist? Yes. If you make art and you enjoy making art, then you're an artist. That's perfectly fine. That's how you get started as an artist, by making art consistently. Now, if you make art consistently, you enjoy your art, you enjoy what you make, that's really all I can wish for you and anyone who is into that. I will say this. There is an additional element of striving and being deliberate about your path, okay? So to me, a part of being artist is consistently working on my skills and improving them. And that means doing not only the fun stuff, but also the gritty kind of mundane work. And that is, if I take a portrait of a person or a head model in 3D and I turn it around at an angle and then draw it, and then I turn it again and I draw it, and then there are a lot of aspects to art that are just hard work and maybe grueling, and art is very rewarding, it's very fun. But the dark side of it is that your practice shows. If you put your head down, you practice doing something a lot, it will show in your results. And if you don't, it won't. Now again, let's go back to my previous point. I'm going to hedge this argument and again and again and again. If you enjoy making art, no matter what kind of a result you get, that's the best thing I can wish for you. If you want to consistently improve, consistently become better and get better in the skill and technique level, I do think that that's an inherent part of being an artist to the full extent, okay? Not disavowing if you're just creating and enjoying it, that's perfectly fine. For me personally, a big part of it is to consistently improve. If the quality of my art improves, if my control of the medium or mediums I'm using improves, if my vision improves, if I'm constantly, at least I have this idea in my mind of a desire to improve, then I consider that an inherent part of being an artist. And that means also working on variety. So not only will I practice watercolor, I'll also practice the drawing skills. I'll also do a lot of plein airs if I can. I'll also learn about design and color theory and composition. I actively seek these things out, and artists are very entrepreneurial in that regard because we're very, hopefully, self-driven. What's the word I want to say? We voluntarily do that kind of work. We will voluntarily reach out and learn new things, where we grasp for new knowledge, okay? And that, I think, is an important part of being an artist. So if you're a person who consistently creates, feel free to use the artist label. There's nothing wrong with that. It doesn't even mean you're a full-time artist. You can do whatever you want in life and be whatever you want and still consider yourself an artist. define yourself however you want. I really, it doesn't matter to me. Now, one more aspect I want to touch upon is a professional artist, okay? So I don't want to get too caught up in the label professional, because if you're really good at something, you can also be considered a professional. But let's say a full-time artist or a person who makes money as an artist. Now we're talking about something a little different, okay? There are, in my opinion, plenty of artists who don't make money from art. And some may disagree. They'll say if that's not your job or your primary job or you make money from it, maybe you're not considered an artist. I don't know. There's a distinction to be made between full-time but that's semantics. I don't really care about that. I do think that there is a different threshold to cross when it comes to making money and having art be your job. And that requires a lot of different skills, a lot of different things that you have to do on a regular basis, a lot of networking, a lot of traditional stuff of getting your work out there in front of other people, whether you do it in the traditional way or in the new ways, you know, social media and internet and all of that. So I'm going to conclude. It's going to be a quick video. There's no reason to talk excessively about something that's that I think an argument that's established. Mainly, my thing is this. I see a lot of people that struggle with giving themselves permission to call themselves artists. Am I an artist? Did I start to become an artist? Have I become an artist? And I'm like, don't overthink it. If you make art on a regular basis, no matter the type of art, can be anything, you're an artist, okay? Now, I do believe that there's an important factor in consistently striving, first consistently making art, but also consistently striving to improve your skills. And it's not for others, it's not for the sake of other people, it's for our own sake. It's for our own sake as artists to want to improve our skills, because then we enjoy it. It's not only the final result that improves, it's also our connection with the process, being present to the process, being really there when you paint, when you draw, when you sculpt, when you write, when you compose, when you design, when anything at all. A part of improving our skills, a byproduct of that is improving our immersion in the process. And that's something that no matter if you see skill as relevant or irrelevant, whether you do work that's very intuitive and doesn't require too much planning, there is the thing of enjoying, improving your enjoyment of the process, okay? Whether you do any kind of art, it's more intuitive as well. And lastly, again, the idea of being a full-time artist or working as an artist or being paid to do art. Okay, you can call it professional artist, you can call it whatever you want. That's a different aspect. I talked about it in some of my previous videos. Let me know if you want me to dive deeper on that topic. I know a lot of people find that interesting. I find that a lot of different demographics are interested in that, whether you're younger or older. Young artists, they generally have the idea of, again, they have a hard time to identify themselves as artists, but also a lot of people that are older and maybe have not pursued this as a career, and later in life you understand that that's what you want to do. Maybe you have a regret or you feel like you wasted time, or maybe you're just you feel fulfilled with your career and then you want to make the transition. And I do believe that it's a great transition to make if you can do it financially, if you're in the right position and you feel like it's right for you. I really subscribe to the idea of it's not too late. It's never too late. If you just get started like you're 90 and you just start painting and creating, it's binary. As soon as you do it, that's it. You're there. It's perfect. You enjoy it. You have fun with it. I hope to live a life with no regret, but honestly, that's probably not 100% possible. You'll always probably regret something. But I do think that regret or a sense of guilt or overjudging ourselves can lead to not allowing ourselves to do what we want, and then that's tragic. If you knew you wanted to do it and you had the means and everything and you knew it's right for you and you haven't, I think that it's much better to make the transition if you can, whenever it is, and don't judge yourself too harshly if that's late in life or you missed your chance, or everyone has a different perspective. Some people start when they're 5 and they become prodigies, and some others started it late. Some people may say I started late, becoming really serious about art. But who cares? It doesn't matter. The past is in the past. I hope you enjoyed this one, and I hope that if you're a person who has trouble defining themselves as artists, you find that encouraging and you will feel free to call yourself an artist, okay? Hope that makes sense. This is all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching. I really, really appreciate it. If you haven't, I would greatly appreciate if you leave a comment down below, leave a like for this video. It really helps me reach more people, and also subscribe if that's something that interests you. I have a lot of videos like this one, just talking face to face, and also a lot of tutorials and actual painting demonstrations. If you're into watercolor, I think you'll find them very useful. So thank you so much, and I will catch you in the next video real soon.